The Make It Real game is a careers education project for years 6 and 7. What pupils learn about is the relationship between subjects they're studying at school and life and work as an adult.
Change is constant!
Later on, you're going to be given an adult role. Okay, you're going to act as adults in the Make It Real game. And
in the classroom, the first step is to build an imaginary community.
You will see that there are different boxes.
Using a wall map from the resource pack and working in teams, pupils decide what they'll need and who they'll be in their community.
Yellow boxes for businesses. They really get enrolled into this adult role, somebody who lives in a town, gets a job, has to make adult choices. When it says it's Make It Real, it is making it a real thing for them.
We felt when we looked at Make It Real game, it gave children an opportunity to experience through a game setting life decisions that they may well have to make at a later date.
Learning is ongoing!
The process of role-playing as adults is the first step towards understanding citizenship, career choices and occupational goals.
At the moment, we don't want to say to youngsters, you should be doing this particular job. We put them into roles to give them this idea that work is important, and from the role that they're in, they start looking at what skills that particular job needs.
And when is the time to start?
Thinking about yourself and developing the skills to reflect and evaluate yourself begins at a very young age. I would be of the view that we need to start stimulating these sorts of key skills in young people from the age of 11 and 12. Don't leave it to 15, it's too late.
They're all modern. If you had
Teamwork helps to establish the community.
If you think Portville is the name of our town that we really want to go for.
But there will always be differences of opinion, settled in this instance by a democratic vote.
Right. It looks as though we've got a consensus for Portville. Thank you.
Finding the confidence to put across your own point of view when others disagree with you is an important skill to learn.
I didn't think that they were that good, so we came up with the name Portville, which was more modern. Yeah, I voted for it because I thought that it was a pretty good idea.
I thought Portville would be the best because it's got an airport in it and all that stuff. It's not too old and it's not too new, really, is it?
Focus on the journey!
Community established and rights and responsibilities agreed, business companies are created. There's a job for everyone and each pupil is in a team.
This is the key part of the Make It Real game. They are in their communities and they're in their business groups as well. They know they've got to get down to business, and the business was to research for an exhibition and a tourist information guide for the country that they're working for.
Well, my job is an office coordinator, and we're trying to find out stuff and make an exhibition on Russia.
It's all about being a citizen. It's about children deciding what their society needs. Do they need a hospital? Do they need schools? They decide through the game. If we're teaching those negotiation skills now in the primary school, they will be fit to do that in real life.
Follow your heart!
For the children from St Margaret's Primary School, their final presentation is at the launch of an education business partnership in the headquarters of the JCB company.
The fourth one, change is constant.
So does the business community think that skills learned in Make It Real will be useful in adult life?
If you've done the Make It Real game, you tend to have some idea of the things that you need to know to make a decision. If you can take charge and say, I think we should do it that way, you get on a lot better in business. They're the sort of people we need.
It was nice to be able to choose pets as one of your leisure items. But it meant sacrificing the speedboat. I wanted that. Can't have everything.
The most important thing is to link education that happens in school with the world outside school. And this game is fantastic for crossing that divide and making that link.
In Glasgow, the business companies are well underway. And to get the right job, you need a good interview.
What hobbies do you have? Art, writing. Art. Have you got any more hobbies? Writing. I like having my own business because I have a salon that does your hair and your makeup and stuff. I think that's all we need, thank you.
The Make It Real game for the primary school is preparing them for the next step. It's really making them aware of important issues.
Helping
But do parents value the experience of Make It Real?
School's not just about learning the basics, that they're there, but they have to expand. They're moving on to secondary school. We want our children to be wise in the ways of the world. Although it was a game, it was a very real game for them. And I hope that the enthusiasm they had for it, I hope that they'll always have it. And you can't give that into children. They need to develop it, and they did develop it through this game.
It'll be a long time before these children leave full-time education. Isn't it too early to learn about life as an adult?
I've got children here who won't exit the full education system till about 2020. Now, with all the technological changes that there are in the world and the social changes that are occurring, children need to be well equipped to cope with those, and the Make It Real game will help them somewhere to do that.
We have to look at the whole child. This is important. This is going to help them in real life. And that's what we're here for, helping children to make their way in society. And I think the Make It Real game is the start of that.